Good morning and welcome to today's video from Yoker Evangelical Church. It's Wednesday the 25th of November, and in our Bible readings this morning we read 1 Chronicles chapter 21 and 1 Peter chapter 2. An apology if you hear any banging during this video. We've got work going on the roof, so that's what you'll be hearing. I want to take a look at 1 Peter chapter 2 this morning, but first I want you to imagine that after you finish watching this video, you go and you pack a suitcase. You put all your most important things into a suitcase, and then you phone up a taxi. The taxi takes you to Glasgow Airport and you book the first flight you can get to the furthest city away you can go. Imagine that it was Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. And so this afternoon you fly to Rio. And then when you get there, you get on another plane that takes you even further into Brazil. And then when you get off that airplane, you get on a bus that takes you to some distant town. Once you get to the town, you get out of the bus and into a car. And the car drives you deep into the jungle until there's no more roads. Once you've got no more roads ahead of you, you start to walk. And you walk until you find people. The first people you find are an Amazonian tribe. Maybe people who haven't been contacted by modern people in years. And you go and with your little suitcase, you start a new life among this tribe. What would life be like? Well, you would be completely different from everybody else. You would act differently. You would talk differently. You would probably want to eat differently. You might even sleep differently. Everything you do will be different from the people that you now live with. You might be treated with suspicion. You will definitely stick out like a sore thumb in your new community. I want to take a look at 1 Peter chapter 2 this morning because it tells us that we should already be living like that. Not to go to live in a tribe in the jungle, but that we should already be different from those around us. Just listen to what Peter tells his readers in verse 11. Dear friends, I urge you, as foreigners and exiles, to abstain from sinful desires which wage war against your soul. Live such good lives among the pagans that, though they accuse you of doing wrong, they may see your good deeds and glorify God on the day he visits us. Do you see, Peter tells his readers, it tells us as Christians, that you are already a foreigner. You are already an exile. Your identity is no longer that of the community in which you live. You have been given a new identity by Christ. Because of what has happened to you, that you are now one of the people of God, that you have now received mercy, you have been transformed and now should be living as an exile. Now, what does that mean? Well, Peter helps us to see it in two ways. First, it means that we will fight the desire to sin. Imagine back in the Amazon tribe, there will be behaviours that they do that you will not want to do, that you will not want to join in with, because that's not who you are. Similarly, Christians, there will be things that you should not join in with, things that go against the way of God, yet that our communities will say are good things. Peter urges us, fight against sinful desires, these things that wage war against our souls. We should be different by not doing that. And second, he encourages us to live good lives then among the pagans. As a foreigner in exile, your job isn't to completely cut yourself off from the community. It is to be in the community, yet to be different. And that is difficult. It is difficult to stand out. Yet Peter tells us this so that we will put on show the difference that Jesus makes. That we will show in the way that we live what Jesus has done for us in our lives. We can only do that if we have friends in our communities, if there are people that we talk to and love and show our way of life. And he tells us this so that they may glorify God. So that as people watch us be different, they watch us be exiles, they will see what a difference Jesus makes. and it will make them want to glorify God on the day he comes. It will make them exiles as well, that they would want to join us in being different for Christ. I hope that you have a great day today, and God bless.